All right, good afternoon, everybody. Frankie here with your fourth stimulus check update and related news. Happy Black Friday, everybody. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I don't have the best news to report right now on the variant that is coming out. It looks like this could be the most significant one yet, and that's even shown in an article. You can Google it. It's called the South African variant. It is starting in South Africa and it's spreading rapidly across the world. It's not good at all. This is not what we needed. Right when everybody's trying to get their booster, right at the holidays, right at the end of the year. There's just so many bad things that could happen here going forward. Biden is to announce that he's going to be banning flights or travel from South Africa starting Monday, I believe. So everybody needs to be very vigilant. Make sure you get your booster if you've had your first 2 shots. If you haven't had a shot yet, you need to hurry up and get that. Encourage you to get all 3 of them. Get your first 2, and then you wait a little bit for those antibodies to disperse, and then after about 6 to 8 months, you can go ahead and get your booster, or sooner if you want to. Everybody's open to get their booster right now. If you're 18 or older, you can get your booster. Go in. You don't have to make an appointment in most places nowadays. You can just go in, get your booster, and be done. So I encourage everybody to do that because this new variant that's coming out is very scary. We had 3,200 deaths just a few days ago in the United States from not even that one yet. This isn't even here quite yet. It probably is. It probably really actually is here, and it's probably been here for a couple of weeks. There's an incubation period, so you have to wait up to 10 days for the virus to actually show up symptomatically in people. So it could have been spreading here for a good 10 days, and we're going to start to hear of rising cases again. We had 158,000 cases on Wednesday in the United States. It's going back up. At one point, we had a peak of 300,000 on one of those days. There was 302,000 people that contracted the virus in the U.S. alone, and I think there were 2,200 deaths that day. Well, just the other day, we had 3,200 deaths. Okay, and I believe that day we had 180,000 new positive cases as well. So that's a pretty high death rate there. So I think the vaccines are starting to lose their potency against the variants, and they become less effective over time. So that's why the booster is very important to get as soon as you can. To get it as soon as possible to prevent this variant from taking hold across the country, which it may very well do because people aren't getting vaccinated fast enough. The vaccination rate is not high enough. Really, the only good thing this signals is for stimulus. And when bad things happen to the economy, good things happen in terms of legislation, agreement, and things like that. Stimulus checks going forward. Maybe this will kind of coax Republicans to hopefully vote for the continuing resolution to fund the government till past December 3rd here. Hopefully they can do this for another year at least. And also keep the government from defaulting on its debt, which is very bad. We've never had that happen before. If it happens, it could mean Social Security doesn't go out. Could mean food stamps don't go out, or stimulus checks may not even go out, because those are all provided by the government. And if the government runs out of money, they can't print money or anything like that when the default happens. It means they completely run out of money, basically. They're just completely dry. And if we don't see enough votes to get this passed in the Senate, then we're not going to be able to... there's not even a bill that's passed the House yet for this. And this is coming up on December 15th at the latest that a default could happen. Originally, they were saying the 3rd for a default. That's the government shutdown date. The government shutdown date and the default date are different. They're almost a couple of weeks apart there. But that's an estimate. That's called the X date. That's the 15th of December. That is an estimate of when the government could default. So this is good news for stimulus, but it's bad news all around because people are getting sick. it's the holidays. People can't travel as often, or at least have the idea that they can travel without contracting this virus. So it's just a bad situation to be in. And I do think Senator Joe Manchin is going to be on board here with new cries for $2,000 stimulus checks. And while these while this could very well be added into the stimulus package here with the Senate's amendments, I'm sure they're going to amend something here with as bad as everything's going, the stock market, just everything's going kaputs today on Black Friday. Maybe a good day to buy a stock, it's very, they have crashed. So, that being said, $2,000 stimulus check would be possible by Christmas if they would add this in here, say next week, and amend that in the Senate, then send it over to the House for a final vote. That's what has to happen if the Senate does amend it at all. If there's any amendments, it pretty much starts in the Senate and ends in the House. It doesn't have to be that way, but this is the way it's going now. It can start in the House, end in the Senate, but this looks like it's going to start here in the Senate at an amendment and finish off in the House this time with a final vote on the stimulus package. So I'll let you know when that happens, but for now, that's all the information I have. I hope everybody has a really a good, holiday season coming up, and I really hope that people don't get as sick and there's less deaths and stuff like that. It's just looking like pretty grim right now. All we can do is hope and get our vaccines and mask up. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Happy Black Friday, and I'll see you again in a couple days.